Spokane County Board of Health has yet to decide whether racism is a public health crisis. They were supposed to vote on that today.
But it'll have to wait a little longer. Some members want a closer look at the resolution. 4 News Now reporter Elenee explains what the resolution is about and how it's supposed to help people of color in the community.
If the Board of Health passes this resolution, it will declare racism a public health crisis. This means that the health district will take more steps to make changes in our community that will help people of all ethnic backgrounds.
I'm impacted every single day.
First-year med student Joelle Brevell knows what it's like to be a victim of racism.
Things like where people have asked me actually not to come into the room because I'm black, and they'd rather someone else be there to help them out. They've told me that point blank.
Those words from patients he wants to help. It's situations like that he's trying to help get rid of as the president of the Student National Medical Association, dedicated to diversifying the medical field.
So I think instances like that show me that race does still have an impact on healthcare and who actually can get into these areas and spaces.
The Spokane County Board of Health is saying it recognizes that racial inequality by drawing up a resolution to declare racism a public health crisis in our community. However, they didn't do that today.
We asked staff on pretty short notice to come up with something, and I thought they did a good job of it. But I also recognize that we have kind of a regular order of business as well.
Meaning today, they decided to defer that decision to next month's board meeting so that it could go to the policy committee first, where it would be looked at more closely. But time is what Spokane City Council member Betsy Wilkerson has been waiting on her whole life.
But we can postpone, and I want to circle back around that we can wait, but you guys can wait because that's white privilege. That's my perception. As a person of color.
Brevell told me that he was disappointed the decision was tabled as well.
And so I just hope people understand that racism is still real, that people still fear for their lives, that it's something that we can work on, but first it has to take recognition that it exists and that there's going to be actual actionable change made on it.
There is no date set yet on when the policy committee will be meeting. The Board of Health meets once a month, so July 30th is when they could be making a decision to declare if systemic racism is a public health crisis in our community. In studio, I'm Elenee, 4 News Now.